Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you 3 really easy ways to feel more connected to your intuition. The first way is the one that I have been talking about and drilling into your head for years and years, as long as I can remember making videos, and that is practice. Practicing using your intuition is the only way you're going to get better at it, because most of the time your intuition is speaking to you in symbols. So with that, it takes some practice to learn how it's coming to you, to understand and decipher those symbols, to make sense of it, to put it all together. And the other piece of that is that a lot of times it's so subtle. It comes to you in a glimpse. You may not know what it feels like when your intuition is speaking to you. So the more you practice, the more you're going to be in tune with that and feel comfortable knowing when it actually is your intuition speaking versus your ego everyday mind. Now with practice, the other piece that goes along with practice is having a systematic method to use when you're tapping into your intuition, when you're practicing. And I do have a method that I learned, and it works for me, because when I first started out practicing and trying to tap into my intuition, I just didn't know how. And once I developed this practice, I follow these steps every single time. And if you ask your intuition a question, you will get an answer. And so if you haven't already checked out my YouTube video that explains the step-by-step method, I'll post that in the description below. And if you want to take your development even further than what I have shared on YouTube, you can access my course on my website, and I'll also post a link to that in the description below. Everything that I share in my course, it's everything I've ever taught, condensed, everything I know about intuition condensed onto that course. I shouldn't say condensed, it's just in that course with a workbook and exercises and all of that. It kind of supplements what I have on YouTube. But if you have followed my channel and watching my YouTube videos and looking at my playlists on intuition development and exercises, you will have a very good foundation there as well. Also, along with practicing, I do have a playlist where you can pick whatever video you want, whatever speaks to you, and I share a simple, very quick exercise. You can pick one of those every day, and if you've been following me for a while, you've probably forgotten the answers to a lot of them, so you can actually redo some. But I do have a very extensive library there for you to use. And I also have a resource, which is a list of exercises you can do by yourself without somebody like me giving you it. It's something you can do by yourself every single day. Pick one of the ones from the list, and that's a free resource, just like my intuition library. And I'll post a link to that in the description below. So make sure you check out all of those helpful links. Now I am ready to move on finally to my second easy way to feel more connected to your intuition. And that is asking the universe, God, your intuition. To me, it's all the same thing, whatever you want to call it, for signs. Every time I ask for a sign, as soon as I see it show up, I get so giddy. It's like direct feedback from God, universe, intuition speaking to you. And it is so much fun. I've made other videos on that. If you search my name and search signs, you will definitely find those videos. But just a quick overview of how I ask for a sign. So if I need my intuition to help me with something, maybe I want to know if a job offer that came to me is the correct one, I should take it, whether or not I should take it. I might ask my intuition to give me a specific sign. I like to make the signs so random that when they show up, there is some kind of like, I just cannot believe it. So for example, I once asked for a dinosaur ballerina. All right, I thought, this is so bizarre. What kind of dinosaur ballerina am I just going to walk into? And when I ask for a sign, I very specifically in my mind say, intuition, if this job is the one that I should take to me, show me a dancing ballerina. And I might just meditate for a minute, just close my eyes, take some deep breaths, and have just a general conversation in my mind asking for that sign. And in this particular example, this showed up super fast. It doesn't always show up super fast. Sometimes it takes a couple days. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks. And in this particular example, it was like 15 minutes. We were on our way to a shopping trip with my kids. My daughter needed new clothes. And in the car on the way there, and I don't think I had anything associated with this sign, any kind of big question. I sometimes, just to feel that connection, will ask for a sign. Universe, show me that we are connected. But it works if you ask a specific question too. So I asked for the ballerina dinosaur. And in the first store we went to, my boyfriend found a pile of different shirts, and I didn't say anything to any of my family that was in the car. It was a silent conversation in my head. He picked up a shirt that had a dinosaur, and he picked up a shirt that had a ballerina. The way they were folded, all you could see, he put the dinosaur one on top, and it was folded with the dancer on the bottom. So the dinosaur had I can't remember the name of the ballerina shoes. Oh my God, point shoes. And it was a dinosaur in ballet shoes. I could not believe it. Another example, and again, this happened like a year ago, and I can't remember exactly what I had associated the sign to, but the sign I asked for whatever reason, I was in a dinosaur phase. I asked for a dinosaur headpiece. Because again, like a headpiece, that's kind of like a very strange type of sign, right? Something that's specific on your head. And what I was picturing in my mind, what I thought I was going to get was like a headband with like those springy things and a dinosaur. Like in my mind, that's what I wanted to see. That took a little bit longer, maybe a week later. It was my daughter's first day of kindergarten, and we were standing in line in front of the school, waiting for school, and I look over and there was a little boy with a raincoat on, covered in dinosaurs, and I didn't think anything of it. And I looked again, he had flipped the hood on, and it was a dinosaur head on the hood of this dinosaur raincoat. And again, it was like, you have got to be kidding me. You can't make this stuff up. So that is my second tip to feeling more in tune with your intuition. And it's so fun if you have a person that you're close with that is also interested in spirituality, who you can bounce these off of. Because when you don't have anyone to share it with, it's not as much fun. I have a girlfriend that when I get these crazy signs from the universe, like, oh my God, I do not tell anybody when I'm looking for the sign, because the sign is for me. But after I've seen the sign, it's fair game. So you can ask for anything. Like I said, make it more obscure to make it more fun. But I try to always have some kind of sign going. Even if I'm not asking for a response or a question, I just have a lot of fun with this, and it always just makes me feel so connected to the universe, to myself, and making me feel like just everything's all right. Okay, now the third easy way to feel more connected to your intuition, which is also yourself. Remember, you're also connected to yourself and everything and the universe, right? Is to use your intuition, expand your intuition, your spiritual gifts, right? Your intuition is just one form that connects you to everything in other ways. And the way that feels most comfortable for me, that I love connecting, is manifestation. I am super passionate about manifestation, about creating the life that I want. And so that's the other way I use my intuition. And it makes me, again, feel very close to myself. And I can also use signs with this too. So I can ask the universe for a sign to show me whatever that sign I make is, that my manifestation is getting closer. I try not to get too caught up in my manifestations, what I'm intending for. I trust the universe that it's coming in the most perfect way. But when you are intending for something and visualizing it, putting in the actions, taking inspired actions by using your intuition to know what actions to take or to guide you, and feeling, being in your body and trusting the steps that you need to take to get to that place, it connects you so deeply with yourself, helping you trust yourself more, helping you trust the universe. And it kind of puts all of it together, all of the pieces, the intuition part, the feeling that connectedness to the universe, feeling connected to everybody else, and feeling good about life, feeling good that you can have what you want. And every single thing that I have manifested, and right, we're manifesting every day everything that's around us, but when there's something specific that you are creating, whether it's a relationship, the perfect house for you, a pet, a child, a job, even a car, whatever it is, it's so fun to see how things evolve and how things show up and those signs along the way. So that's how I like to, but you can take your intuition. Once you have a fantastic foundation with using your intuition and getting reliable results, you can translate that into any spiritual ability, whether it's manifestation or astral traveling or channeling or mediumship or anything that is interesting to you or that you would like to have or explore in your spiritual development. That intuition is that first key. So those are my tips. I hope you found them helpful. I'm happy to be back. My life, my job, my family, everything has been very busy, but I love connecting with you all and striving to do more with my spiritual work and helping all of you. So thank you for being here. I'm so honored to be a part of the spiritual community, to be connecting with all of you. I'd love your feedback. Make sure if you enjoyed this, you give it a like and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.